Quality, durability, and affordability. That's what handihouse manufacturing stands for. And that commitment is what makes a handihouse portable building the best built in the industry. The Southeast's oldest manufacturer of portable storage buildings, manufacturing and striving for excellence since 1966. Whether you are in the market for the finest shed built facing hurricane-force winds, or just need a place to store your garden equipment, handihouse has got you covered. From the very beginning, handihouse decided to offer customers a choice of building options depending on their budget. handihouse can build each unit like a fortress. Studs on 12-inch centers, floor joist on 12-inch centers, rafters on 12-inch centers, and a decking sheet over the frame before the exterior siding is attached. Although this makes an impressive storage shed, it is not practical for most storage needs. It really is just common sense. The more material you add to your unit, the higher the cost will be. Due to some regional requirements, mostly Florida and coastal areas, we build our sheds with added structural components that is not required for most rural regions. Every handihouse is built by hand using the latest in construction technology, and each shed is custom built while adhering to the strictest of local building codes. Let's take a brief tour of the steps your shed goes through on the way to becoming the most well-built portable building in the industry. We start with bulk lumber straight from the sawmill and cut entire bundles at one time to the exact size needed. This state-of-the-art saw saves us time and money on the front end, a savings we pass directly to our customers. The lumber then makes its way to our assembly line where the floor system begins. Skids are placed under the joist, and the joists are placed into pre-cut slots and toe-nailed in. This ensures a tight floor system that won't buckle. A choice can now be made on regular painted plywood or a pressure-treated floor, depending on the customer's needs. For the state of Florida or higher wind zone regions, an additional hurricane connector is required on each floor joist and skid. And now the next choice, an all-wood frame shed or a steel studded shed. Again, the customer decides. All of our steel sheds are built using top-quality prefabbed studs, braces, and sheathing. The studs are made from an 18-gauge or 20-gauge steel, depending on wind zones. This one machine cuts, shapes, bores, and pre-drills screw holes all in one step, dramatically reducing the time and manpower to produce each. Once the metal work has been done, the studs are laid out and screwed together, forming the skeleton of the new shed. The roof system then goes on, and the steel shed is now ready for siding and roof. Each wooden stud shed we produce has all of the parts of the woodworking done in a separate part of the plant, freeing up the assembly line to focus on what they do best, building the finest portable buildings available. The wood cutting machinery gets all of the angle cuts and datoing done on the studs, joist, and rafters at a rapid pace. Each station utilizes custom designed saws and jigs to ensure the right cuts each and every time. Next, the floor system moves up the line to the wall assembly area, where the new walls are stood up, nailed in place, and the rafters go on. Steel T-wall bracing gets added when needed for Florida and the higher wind zones. And extra bracing is added along the roof line. Hold-down straps are also attached to the floor system, ensuring a rock-solid building to endure many years of foul weather. The aluminum siding and roofing comes in a wide assortment of colors and patterns with a stucco embossed finish to give additional strength. The most updated roll-forming machinery and trim machines help to ensure the metal handihouse puts on your shed the best finish the metal market has to offer. All aluminum roofs and siding at handihouse get screwed down using corrosion-resistant sheet metal screws. handihouse is one of the few manufacturers of storage buildings that puts a ridge cap on all of their sheds. This gives the building the ventilation that is needed. Any gable roof covered with metal needs a ridge cap. We also add silicone to each and every washer-headed roof screw to further prevent leaks. Siding is applied next in a wide variety of colors. and holes are cut for the windows and doors. There are several choices on door and window options, each carrying a benefit to either cost or aesthetics. We prefab most of our doors in-house, but also offer mobile home-type doors, steel doors, and a variety of sizes in roll-up doors. Once all of the doors and windows go in, the new Handy House is ready for inspection by a special group of employees that are trained to look close for any imperfections. In addition to our aluminum sheds, we have a separate plant that we custom build our cedar siding, vinyl siding, and T111 siding buildings that are generally used in subdivisions that have restrictions and certain requirements a storage shed must meet. Once the sheds pass final inspection, they are ready to be delivered by our company trucks to our dealers throughout the southeastern states. Once they are received, the individual sheds are delivered to our customers to be blocked and set up for use. Check out our website for the dealer nearest you or call our toll-free number 1-800-722-6436.